I am here now today at SeaWorld San Diego for the very first time. The entrance is pretty cool. There's only about 5 coasters here. I believe there was one sort of coaster that closed maybe a few days before. And I also have with me, I'm in California, that means Jamie is making an appearance. And over ahead, we are going to try to start off with some of the low capacity roller coasters here, like Electric Eel, their premier Skyrocket 2, and then the dive coaster that opened last year, Emperor. So I invite you to come along. Let's go explore, get some credits here at SeaWorld San Diego. I'm passing this building here. It is the Crab and Octopus Viewing Discovery Pod, but the theming of it is actually pretty cool. And also there is some crazy gray skies going on out here. But up ahead is Electric Eel. So here we are, Electric Eel. And there it goes. If you've ridden Tempesto or the Phobia Fear Coaster, it's basically that. Stuff does have to go in the locker for Electric Eel. And if you have a GoPro, which I now have, proud to say that, happy to say that. I'm not proud to own a GoPro, what am I saying? Anyway, chest mount only on this ride. I did not bring a chest mount. I thought it was glove mount you could use anywhere. Anyway, just FYI. Doing great. It's still a Skyrocket 2 though, so it doesn't have the greatest of, oh, here comes Atlantis. Got my ankles wet there, and I'm sure there's some mist getting onto the lens. Anyway, let's wrap this up. The ride experience, same as always, restraints, kind of a pain, and yeah, for me it's a one and done. If you like the Skyrocket premieres, the Premier 2, Skyrocket 2s, let me know, because honestly, it's not much for me. It's not much of an experience for me. But Atlantis, this one here, let's turn our attention to Atlantis here. I thought there'd be like a show building and stuff, but it doesn't appear to be the case unless something happens in there, in this big building that I'm panning through. Either way, I don't know how wet we'll get, but we shall see. I did narrowly avoid getting super splashed beforehand, and there goes Electric Eel, which hasn't I chose this spot because I thought something was going to happen behind me, but they haven't dispatched another train since I got out to this spot. Steady for shit.
That was really bumpy.
But I've heard, and we confirmed by being able to see from the Atlantis queue, the Emperor queue, there's like almost no shade in a lot of these. It's a very strange queue. this was a bumpy ride, and honestly, if I wasn't here for the credits, I wouldn't have given this ride a second look. I smashed the side of my leg. For some reason, the side of my knee, that bone, lined up right there with the lap bar, and I was trying to take a POV, and it was so shaky, I got launched. I don't know if I would recommend this, honestly. It was trying to have a storyline too, wasn't it?
Yeah, we escaped, or we were leaving. I don't know. It tried. It needs some love. I think this ride needs like retracking or something because it's just bumpy and not fun. But it was trying.
What did you think of the coaster section at the end?
That was actually not bad. That was kind of fun. I felt like it was smoother than the rest of the ride. The water parts though, no.
No good? No. Yeah, no, that drop, that water drop, that's the first thing you do is that drop into the water. Thankfully, we didn't get that wet, but still. I don't know if I could score this or anything, but it's a new credit, so one and done again. So that's hopefully Emperor is not a one and done. That's the next one we're going to be doing. Off in the distance there goes Emperor. I thought it looked a little bit small, so I had to look it up. It is a custom narrow dive coaster. So it's California's tallest and fastest dive coaster. Is that just marketing? Jamie, what are the other dive coasters in California?
There are none. Tallest by default.
And there it goes, the custom wide narrow. It is only 6 across, and you do have to put your stuff in a locker, unfortunately. We just got done with it. Jamie's currently waiting. She liked it enough that she will wait to put it into whatever Instagram reel highlight thing she'll probably make. And honestly, I was a fan as well. It was a solid little ride. I didn't know what to expect because I've never seen a 6 across dive coaster. I've only seen like the Griffin style ones. And what does Valraven have? 8 or 10? Either way, I've seen some really long rows for these. So to see one that's only 6 across, 18 total, was kind of a surprise. And then there's no second, there's no brake run, second drop or anything like that. It's literally 3 inversions and you're done. And so this is like a very condensed version of a dive coaster. I think I saw on RCDB it was called a custom narrow or something like that. I was a fan. I really liked it. Jamie, what did you think of it?
It was fun. It felt really like forceful and like, I don't know if it's the San Diego air, but like the breeze was in my face. It was great. I liked it.
Yeah, I would actually, and the ride, the queue hasn't been too long. It was a really short ride though. Other than that, yeah, this is something I might come back to and get one more ride on because it was really enjoyable. The forces throughout the course were just forceful enough. It's not a very fast coaster, but it was pleasant. It was nice. I liked it. So according to this sign, Emperor went 60 miles per hour. It did not feel like it was that fast, but maybe more like in the high 40s, low 50s. Wow. Okay then. Surprise to me. Surprise to you?
It's surprising.
So I think we're in the right place for Arctic Rescue. It certainly has not announced itself, but I think it's somewhere around here. I see a quick queue single rider line, or maybe that's for the animals over there in the wild Arctic. I don't know. We're going to figure this out, and we're going to get on the new roller coaster that opened this year. So Arctic Rescue, I found the entrance. It is right in front of the wild Arctic entrance. They do have a kind of visible sign. You have to look for like the workers here that are standing out front of the queue. Arctic Rescue is also, it requires bags go into lockers So I think that's been all 4 coasters that we've ridden today have required that. So there were 3 launches instead of just 2. I expected this to be just like Dark Coaster, same layout and everything, save money, throw it outside. But it was supposed to be in the Arctic, so I guess this is a second Snowmo coaster, as I've been putting these. It was, you know, family, not too intense, 30, 40 miles per hour or so. It was cute, but the weirdest thing was getting to the station. Literally, you're outside. There's some ride attendant like coming out and like sorting you. I didn't realize that was a grouper. It looks like it's somebody else like taking you to a second part of the queue. No, literally you're being grouped and you go right into the station. It was very deceiving. Mind you though, it was a bit of a mess with like the single rider, quick queue, and then the regular standby just coming together in an awkward way because they weren't really doing a great job of doing crowd control. That probably would have made things go a little faster. We ended up waiting about a half hour. I would probably only wait to ride that ride again if the queue was like 15 minutes or so. Jamie, thoughts?
I surprisingly enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, but it was really fun. The multiple launches were cute. It was a cute ride. I had fun.
As we were leaving Arctic Rescue and its wonderful queue, we noticed that the penguins were getting fed, and we see how they just patiently stand around the worker here, waiting for their turn. It's pretty great. Oh, this one's walking over. I'm talking a little bit more than usual because I hear the copywritten music in the background. Are they forming a line? It looks like it, right? This is pretty great. There's so many. Me too, little girl, me too.
Okay, but like the sunbathing ones really throw me off because they just stand there. Do you see that guy back there? He's just like,
Go.
So now that leaves one roller coaster, just one left to ride, and that's Manta, which you've heard that it's actually a really popular ride here, right?
It's a well-loved SeaWorld classic, so I'm excited for this.
Do you have any idea how old it is?
It's pretty old. I don't know how old though.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't checked our CDB to memorize the dates, but this one has been here probably the longest. There was one other one that was here in 2019 and got removed like 4 days ago since I got here. I forgot the name of it. Do you happen to remember? Yeah, I don't.
Tidal Twister.
Oh, wow, you remembered
Wow.
it. Yeah, so Tidal Twister was removed July 17th, and we are visiting on July 21st. So, unfortunate timing. I don't even know if it was really that good. It was a Skyline roller coaster model of some kind. Manta. It's Mack Rides launch coaster. It looks pretty fun, has a cool layout. Excited to check it out. So here we go. Last coaster at SeaWorld San Diego.
Welcome back,
to your right hand side.
So unfortunately, the line for Manta was like 75 minutes or 90 minutes. Thankfully, because I'm a photo ambassador over at Sesame Place, I was able to get small, tiny discount on the quick queue, but either way, it still cost me a bit extra to try to avoid that line because I'm here mainly for Comic-Con, and we got to go do stuff for that. But Jamie, unfortunately, she decided to skip on it. I guess someday you'll ride Manta, right? So I rode it. It was okay. It was a Mack Rides like little family coaster. I think that there were some situations, and I could probably talk at length about why I think the ops were a little bit slower on that. However, just in general, there is like a section before the first launch that you're watching some mantas on some screens in a tunnel, and like that takes like 10 seconds or so and delays the ride experience and means that they cannot start loading the next train until that first, after it's actually launched. So to have that big of an intro means, they can't do anything but wait. Other than that, they were doing okay. Like there was like 3 to 5 minutes depending between each dispatch, which isn't terrible, but still that line was not moving at all. So I did what I had to. So unless they open some other ride here, I wouldn't have to come back, and I could put more parks. Like, I hate leaving unfinished business, if you know what I mean, and I'm sure some of you who have tried getting on certain rides and they haven't been operating. I'm talking about, like, unfortunate stuff, like even at my own park, like Great Adventure, my home park, Great Adventure, King de Ka, and, like, El Toro and stuff. I know some of you have had some terrible experiences trying to get on those, and I wanted to avoid that since it was here and operating. That being said, it is a decent ride for this lineup here, and I'd probably, if I was ranking the roller coasters here, I'd put that as number 2, right below Emperor. But overall, the collection here is kind of quirky in terms of the roller coasters. Like, Emperor is pretty solid. It's like a mini dive coaster. I think that's, like, perfect for this place. Arctic Rescue, kind of like, I think where it is in the park is a little strange, but the layout and stuff and the intensity level is perfect for this park. The Electric Eel, kind of like maybe too much. It's a unique experience, but maybe too intense for most people that are coming to this park, because I see this as mostly a family park, right? And then last but not least, what am I forgetting? Oh, Atlantis. It probably needs some TLC. But anyway, I think we kind of agree on this ranking, right?
Yeah.
Even though you weren't on Manta, you knew that a lot of people really hyped it up.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would say Emperor, which we both really enjoyed, and then Manta. It's so weird because there is a flying coaster named Manta over at SeaWorld Orlando. And then third would go to Arctic Rescue, which wasn't bad, but it does suffer from being a low capacity ride. And then Electric Eel, and then Atlantis. All right, so that did all 5 here. We can forget that a 6th one existed until a few days ago, and I think that's going to wrap up our time here at SeaWorld Orlando. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you go make your own adventure. Thank you, Jamie, for joining me once again.
Bye.
Bye.